Let's hop into game 2 of Liquid Taeja versus Quantic SaSe.
And the map is, of course, Entombed Valley. I would be shocked to see a 2-0 come out of here by SaSe. I expect now that we see SaSe up a game for it to at least go 2-1. Of course, that'd make for a really exciting series as well. But let's introduce our players.
In the top left corner, the Terran player just recently added to Team Liquid, known for his aggression, but got stopped hard in game 1. If you want him to tie it up, give a cheer for Liquid Taeja.
And down in the southwest position, as the blue Protoss, taking game number 1 in just under 13 minutes, looking to kick off this series with a 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Quantic SaSe.
Now, Taeja did choose Entombed Valley, which almost always entails some big play coming up. I can understand in a Terran versus Zerg matchup how you'd want close positions, maybe want to have a little bit more aggression. But in Terran versus Protoss, I would pretty much anticipate that Taeja is looking to do some kind of maybe 2 racks or exploit some odd drop position. Entombed Valley seems like somewhat of an unusual map for a Terran player to want to choose against a Protoss.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what that will be, especially based off of the positions that they have. You know, sure, from Taeja's position, the natural of SaSe could be drop-worthy over here. It also could mean that he's got to the ability to command the cliffs as well, which can be somewhat frustrating for any player if a Terran gets in that position. But you do have the far left side of the map to kind of skirt around. So,
yeah,
you know, you can bypass that natural, go straight into the main. I mean, whether or not that is one of the tricks, you know, that Taeja would try to go for, I don't know. But one thing is for certain, you know, typically these players choose these maps because they have a plan, or they feel like based off of my opponent's style of play, this is what is going to work best for me. So I'm looking forward to see exactly what that's going to be.
And given the fact that we haven't seen Taeja build any geysers yet, he's almost certainly early expanding. And if you recall some of Marine King Prime's games, he has done this very interesting tank pushing at the front, using the fact that it's a nice tight ramp for a big tank line to just blast apart, siege up onto the high ground. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Taeja maybe do some sort of double gas afterwards. But at the end of the day, Taeja is known for just doing big drops, multi-pronged aggression. So standard Marine Marauder play, also strong possibility.
And frankly, we just didn't get to see that opportunity come out of Taeja in the first game. You know, if that engagement would have gone his way, he would have been left over with units. There's no doubt we would have seen him instantly pick up in one of those medevacs and try to take part of that army right into the heart of SaSe, but SaSe just didn't even let it go that far. This initial Zealot is coming out here, and versus 3 Marines, he'll get the first initial hit. Going to try to kite them a little bit. Oh, does some pretty good damage. I'm surprised he didn't actually go over to try to disrupt this SCV building this CC, but he decides to just back off. My damage was done, and he left.
That's the 3rd chrono boost now that we've seen out of SaSe. He's been doing probing non-stop, and here will be 2 more gateways. And this is the sort of build that will let you get a lot of gateway units out very early. We have the Zealots popping out already. There's the probe getting ready to build the pylon. He's actually halted at 22 probes and 4 gate aggression. This means that he's going to have 9 gateway units out a little after 6 minutes. And Taeja, if he doesn't start churning out a lot of Marines, is going to lose another swift game.
Yeah, we've got 5 Marines out total with several more on its way. Here's the first add-on that we're going to see from Taeja. It is going to be a tech lab. The proxy pylon's up for SaSe, and he has got a position to be able to warp in. We're having a few more units head up as well. Another sentry joining the party. And here I hear the gateways opening. And this aggression is most certainly going to come out.
Oh, Taeja starts to poke out, sees the double sentry. He doesn't have a second bunker down. Oh no, is SaSe just going to win with one huge gateway push? That would be a shocking turn of events. He doesn't even have a Nexus. Wait a minute, did he cancel that Nexus play?
Oh,
it looks like Taeja actually never scouted it. Just a straight 4-gate out of SaSe.
SaSe getting another warp in, just waiting for the cooldown. And there we go, a few more units warped in. Chrono boosting one of those gateways. He should have enough at this point. He's going to move forward, but that bunker is going to be finishing just in time, moving the SCVs to the front right now, loading up that second bunker, and the fight is inevitable, Day 9.
Oh, whoa, SaSe very boldly waiting for 3 full warp-in rounds. If this fails, the only thing SaSe can hope to do is double expand and pray for no counter. And it looks like he is coming in with a massive amount of units at 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Is Taeja prepared enough? No SCVs can get into repair.
Oh, and he instantly target fired the SCVs. He's now unloaded from the bunker. He takes out a second one. A lot of the Zealots have fallen, but he still continues to do so much damage. Taeja forced back up into his base.
Oh, a key force field trapping so many of the Marines. More SCVs begin to work their way up. SaSe calmly pulls back. And before Stim is done, or those medevacs can even show their face in the game, oh, if he loses that tech lab, that would end the game there and now. But Taeja is doing his best to try to defend with some excellent SCV Marine micro.
Yeah, SCV's coming out, trying to get the repair. Marines are falling as well. The Stim is almost done, but he may not even have the units to use it on. Moving back in the center, almost baiting out even more units.
And good game, SaSe with a clean 2-0 against Taeja to start off the day.
Wow, a clean 2-0 and a clean 2-0 that took approximately 21 in-game minutes to accomplish. You think about a player like Taeja and you are just, you know, even SaSe looking up like, okay, wow.
So, wow, well that's series 1. So that does mean that with this series being finished, on the other stream is Chef versus Thorzane going on right now. So we will almost certainly be transitioning over to that if you are watching in the main hall. If you're watching online, definitely check out that other stream at redbullusa.com/LAN. But holy cow, Marcus, defeating a Code S Terran in 21 game minutes. Come on.
I mean, looking very solid. There's no doubt SaSe knew exactly what he was going to do. I mean, really the only sort of, I guess, hesitation or change that we saw was the Dark Shrine. Whatever that was, he made the right decision at the time. He was able to do it. There you see Taeja reviewing the replay.
Just looking and just seeing, wow. He had the exact setup for a long-term play. It's the 2 assimilators that he's looking at. 2 assimilators just almost never means a 4-gate in Protoss vs. Terran. I mean, you almost never 4-gate in PvT anyways.
Right.
But SaSe, I think, as we've said so many times, can do any trick at any time, and it's that versatility that's so hard to practice against.
Now, I mean, of course, SaSe already up 1 point in the series, or I guess 1 win, and you know, Taeja is going to be a guy I'll certainly be watching, because after a loss like that, I mean, think about his next 2 opponents, Sheth, Thorzane, like, still some difficult hurdles to go over there, but if SaSe was his toughest opponent, you know, I mean, I don't know, I think that had to have shaken him up just a little bit.
And right now, SaSe in the same position against Chef and Thorzane. 2 great players, but that's the biggest boost of confidence you can get coming right out the gate. And of course, no matter who your players are, if you start a round robin best of 3 in up 1-0, there's such a high percentage that you're going to be getting through to the group stages.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
So we're seeing this next 2 matches.
Still amazing. Great games by SaSe. He really, really played well. Taeja falling in the first game of Group B. And it sounds like, well, like you mentioned, Thorzane and Sheth is underway.
So without any further ado, on this stream, we're going to be dipping out for a moment. But don't worry, because Group B is going to continue right after this.